It's no introductions necessary. This is just a Slav and a Dutch person with very thick accents talking about things that happen in gaming.
My accent isn't that thick.
Oh no, but you know, it could be worse. Mine could be worse as well.
Pretty good.
And the reason for all of this, well, as most of you probably know, whoever is gonna watch this, like, people don't talk about gaming enough. I know how that sounds. That sounds completely ridiculous. Everyone talks about gaming, but nope. People don't talk about the issues related to gaming. They talk about everything else but those issues. And here we are. We're gonna change the tides of discussion.
So we're just going to talk about games and not the whole hullabaloo around the games?
That really depends on the issue. Today's issue is something that I discovered today, but it's been going on like since the weekend, I guess. And it's about the Subnautica game developer getting fired over his conservative views. Some of those you might call conservative, others are simply fucking jokes. And so you have this article here. Let me link it to you real fast. The archive for it, at least. Go.
Let's see what we have. If it loads.
Oh yeah.
Subnautica game developer fired over conservative views.
Yeah, and if anyone's wondering about the bird noises, that's our mascot. But just think about it like that. It might add some value to this video, it might not, depending on how you see it, but who cares? So, what happened over the weekend? The sound developer of Subnautica apparently got, well, not really apparently now, he got fired for expressing certain views on the Twitter platform. His name, Simon Chylinski, which is, I believe this is a localized name of a Polish person, me being Polish myself. I just call him Simon Chylinski as not to confuse our English speaking audience. Subnautica developer and sound designer Simon Chylinski became the target of social justice driven hate mob on Twitter after he shared tweets by conservative journalist Paul Joseph Watson. Chylinski was subsequently fired by his employers at Unknown Worlds following a sustained campaign over the weekend by social justice activists on both Twitter and the ResetERA, or is it ResetERA gaming forums? ResetERA, who called on the developer and publisher to act against them. Subnautica is an underwater survival game filled with eerie noises and haunting soundtrack for which Chylinski is responsible. Over the weekend, the outraged crowd discovered an old set of tweets by the game director Charlie Cleveland, who set up a poll in 2016 asking players if they preferred if Subnautica added the option of female player character or improved the core game. And the article follows here with some tweets that Chylinski liked, retweeted, or replied to. I should probably try to enlarge some of them. I can't really find like the original version of this. This is just some asshole virtue signaling about what he found. Let me link you what I'm looking at right now.
Okay. Yeah, I can't really see the images very well. The original tweets that apparently caused the hullabaloo. It says something, about the immigration of Europe.
Well, there's more here. The article kind of explains what the people were so outraged about. Following a batch of complaints, Cleveland deleted the post, prompting Chylinski to joke that developers needed to add diversity sliders in the options that make the character progressively darker skinned, more feminine or less attractive. The resurfacing of Cleveland's poll prompted the same outrage mongers to pursue Chylinski's other tweets, discovering that he had retweeted a Paul Joseph Watson tweet about the Swedish Prime Minister plan to deploy the military in its Islamic no-go zones, which the Swedish mainstream media attempts to downplay. Chylinski, who is from Poland, obviously, sent Sweden his condolences, writing, "People aren't blank slates that can be reprogrammed simply by being in a new country. Importing random people from third world is also importing third world tier crime rates and IQ." Oh, before we started recording, we kind of talked about this tweet just a little bit, and I thought it's probably less about the IQ. It's more about the culture and the values they bring together with them from these countries. And as far as people tout diversity, some cultures probably wouldn't be too compatible with each other, especially considering what some people think from third world countries, like what values they follow and what they bring with themselves when going over to a completely different world,
completely different culture.
Yep.
The culture clash is a real thing. It happens all the damn time.
Continuing, in another instance picked apart by social justice warriors, Chylinski responded to noted Canadian behavioral scientist Gad Saad tweet about YouTubers' gendered identification poll. "Helicopter, the attack kind," joked Chylinski, playing on the common joke about identifying as an attack helicopter, which is often written in response to Tumblr's claims that there are more than two genders. The tweet, along with his retweet of Paul Joseph Watson, were sent as transphobic and racist, and ultimately became the main subjects of complaints to his employer. Like, this is the most baffling thing about this whole kerfuffle, because instead of that comment about which would be kind of insulting to a lot of people, some people might even deem it as a bit racist, even though third world countries have all kinds of people in them, but who cares? But yeah, the issue they took with is the fucking attack helicopter joke.
That's kind of silly to that single part to be that upset about it.
I don't even know how old this fucking joke is nowadays. I believe I heard it like years ago. Like I identify as an attack helicopter.
Yeah, it's quite an old joke now. I'm kind of sick of that joke.
It's at least like 4 years old.
But even a teacher said it's a stupid joke now.
But like these people started digging, and here's what happened next. The two people who sparked the hate mob, Queer Queenie and at Dijon Dujour, were successful. Chylinski, who was working full-time on an expansion pack for Subnautica when the complaints surfaced over the weekend, confirmed with Dangerous that he was fired today. Speaking to Dangerous, Chylinski says that his employer terminated his position because of the Twitter hate mob, and not for any other reason. He says that following the uproar of ResetERA and Twitter, two of his superiors pulled him aside and asked if he stood what he wrote on Twitter. And here's Chylinski saying what he said to his employer. "I said that I honestly didn't see anything wrong with it," he said. "I don't feel like I need to pretend not to know about statistics and political realities." Chylinski says that the issue his superiors took issue with was strangely enough his tweet about identifying as an attack helicopter. See, like they have all of their priorities skewed. Like this is the one. Even the employers took issue with it. It's not weird fucking activists that identify as whatever the fuck they want on Twitter. It's just serious people making serious games, taking their employee aside, asking him if he really believes that attack helicopters don't deserve to be joked at or something like that.
then how can you be taken seriously at all? Yeah.
They began asking me how I would react if they hired a Muslim or a trans person. Like, how does this even relate to anything? Like, a joke about a fucking helicopter and Muslim and trans people. Like, how does this... How do the dots connect in this? I don't understand. Do they think that...
people do an extreme.
Yeah. Oh, man. I said I'd debate them like anyone else on the team if they disagreed with them, said Chylinski. They said that this would create an unwelcoming working environment and that they see it as a problem that almost only white men are working there, and they need diversity, and that what I said would make it difficult to achieve. So apparently, they want diversity, but they don't want diversity of opinion, because that's how it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's the same thing with the Google memo thing. It's like, oh, calm down. Diversity of opinion is way more important than actually real diversity of people, because you can have all kinds of ethnicities and sex and gender or whatever, and they can still think the same, and it won't do anything for your diversity except look nice in your company photo, as some people already said.
They keep saying they want more diversity, but would that even show up in their game? Like, I have no idea about Subnautica. I know it's some kind of underwater game, a survival kind of game, probably.
Yeah, with crafting and stuff.
I didn't want to dismiss it as Minecraft underwater, but just might
Don't
be.
say that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Like Skyrim, but underwater.
No, let's not go the underwater Dark Souls fucking way here.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
don't want to do
but
that
with
either.
Water.
Yeah, underwater Skyrim. The sound designer was quick to defend his former employer as too dangerous. These guys are not bad people, but misguided, I'd say. I didn't want to paint them that way, he said. They are very talented on a personal level. They are nice to be around. On Kotaku, game director Charlie Cleveland wrote, "Over the weekend we discovered that one of our team members had many hateful statements online that are against our company values. After discussing the matter with him, we decided to stop working with him immediately." Chylinski says that he believes they simply didn't know how to react to the Twitter mob, so they fired him, but understands their decision. I hope he got paid.
Well, he better. If he had a contract, then he has to get paid. There's no working around that. He has to legally be paid. If he doesn't get paid, then he has to sue them for, I don't know, not being paid.
I'm glad he's understanding about it. I probably wouldn't be so understanding because
yeah. He did say, I saw him saying that he doesn't want anyone taking revenge for him and stuff like that. He said that to leave it. So he's being quite adult about it. Which is, I like that. It's pretty good that he's such an adult about it, even though all the others are not.
Lastly, I think I should have the freedom to express myself without being fired, he said, adding that he thought that the company would only distance itself from his opinions like, any normal, reasonable people would do.
Yeah.
And reprimand him privately instead of making a public spectacle of his termination. So, the public spectacle statement here is, you could probably take it as virtue signaling on their part.
Yeah. It's again, this diversity they want is really, as Chylinski
it's tokenism. It's tokenism.
As Chylinski said, it's actually not for diversity of opinion, but seriously for your company team photo that you can put on your website.
Again, your skin color doesn't make a game great. Your effort, your skill, your merit, all of that. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was the article. Now let's take a look about things that are a bit more amusing here, like the ResetERA forum threads about the whole issue is a matter like we're gonna discuss at the end of this thing, because it's just so fucking hilarious to read. And yeah, here's the tweet. Let me link you real fast here. Here.
Yeah.
Here's the tweet where Chylinski says that he got fired. Most of these comments here, you have like people, you know, thanking him for his hard work on the game and basically emphasizing with him.
Yeah.
Like, on a human level. Like some other people that actually caused all of this situation.
Yes, some said it was good.
And again, I haven't played this game, but a lot of people here say that his work on the game's sound design actually makes the game as good as it is. And I can't believe that, like, sound, overall sound design, and then the music somehow can sometimes can really elevate the game to like a very high level.
Yeah, it can help with the immersion a lot. And you're firing someone for personal opinion that's outside of your job. It's really stupid, and it happened multiple times now. And yeah, with the Ellison rap and the Mozilla head, Brendan L. Eich, and the Drupal developer Larry Garfield, because he liked BDSM.
So that was enough reason to fire someone.
Yes, for liking BDSM. Got fired. It's like if people do things in their private time that's nothing to do with your company, why would you fire them? If it's legal. That's why maybe Alison Rapp was the right thing to do, because she was like a PR person for Nintendo, and she was doing like modeling in prostitution or something. Also, something about pedophilia, like she was like trying to.
We'll never know why she got fired. I don't believe like she ever mentioned like a clear reason why this happened. I don't remember like if she gave a concrete reason, or if even Nintendo gave her a concrete reason, because I do know that Nintendo wouldn't make like an outright statement about it, because you know they have better PR than that.
Yes, because you don't want someone, as a company like Nintendo, you don't want someone who in private and to public actually shows her titties and stuff, and she kind of sort of did like some advocating for the legalization of child pornography. Can't remember if that's even true. Might be, might not be, but regardless of that, she was in some kind of call girl, and you might not want someone like that doing your PR as Nintendo. It's like doing PR for Toys R Us, but you're a huge fucking whore.
Yeah, but then again, you know, the Subnautica developers could have made the same reason, like we don't want these opinions being representative of our company.
Well, that's the thing. That's a sound designer, not a PR person, or a community manager, or something like that. It's a sound designer, and it's just his own political views that he vocalizes in his own sphere, which is not even illegal, because he didn't do like advocating for legalization of child pornography.
Yeah, those are two issues like I don't really want to get into, because we would be sitting here for hours discussing.
Yeah, I'm saying they're two different situations, and for one I don't really see what's the problem, and the other one I can see why it was a problem.
Either way, I don't feel he should have been fired over something like this.
No, he shouldn't. Neither should, which is actually also not a popular opinion, should the old head of the Mozilla, Brendan Eich, because he was anti-gay. Like, who cares if he is anti-gay? If he was a good CEO of Mozilla and didn't do anything anti-gay with Mozilla, then why would you fire him over that? No one cares. No one should care.
It's all PR stunts.
Yeah, basically.
At least, you know, Chylinski's taking the strides. Like, he's a tweet from like 10 hours ago. Man, so much has been going on in such a short time. Feeling like I'm spinning. Almost like a helicopter. Too soon. At least he's taking it.
Well, he's taking it like a champ, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I hope he gets, like, if he's really good as people claim he is. Again, I would have to play the game myself to see, like, what kind of sound design he provided for the game. Then I hope he gets a job real quick, and I hope these fucking people won't get in the way of him getting that job. I hope he gets it on merit. On merit alone.
So, if he is really that good, I bet he can, and I hope he does.
And the last part. The ban messages.
Oh yeah.
The ResetERA thread called Subnautica sound designers apparently racist and transphobic.
Calm down. Calm down, little bird.
And ResetERA, the regurgitated NeoGAF forum with even stricter moderation, and now with the option of moderators actually commenting on bans and warnings for their users, which kind of looks like a communist state.
It's
dictatorial.
literally...
It's dictatorial, even, I'd say.
Yeah, there's no wrong thing allowed. Like, absolutely no other opinion allowed than the one assumed to be the correct opinion, which is...
Yeah, let's read some ban messages here. I'm gonna link you what I have. Here's one.
Yeah, I got that one. I have the ban and ban 02.
Okay, you have these.
And club, it's like a ban.
Okay, so you have all of these, so I don't have to link them.
Yeah.
Here's a user, Dynamite Corporal, maybe? I don't know. Having different ideals doesn't make you transphobic or racist. It just means you believe something differently than others and don't agree. I shouldn't have to really point this out. People and their beliefs are inherently different. The moment we start dictating what people need to think, the moment we lose ourselves, and the user is banned. The reason? Transphobia and racism aren't merely opinions. Defense of such behavior is not tolerated or permitted on this forum.
Yeah, so Dynamite Cop got a perma-ban for that.
Yep. And, you know, this sounded reasonable. Like...
He is not provoking anything here. Or defending. Jesus Christ. What the fuck are you doing, Bismarck?
he wants to get this moderator. Like, he's fucking mad. He wants to see some feathers fly, and it's not gonna be his. This won't end well for you. This time, user code Deliro, maybe. This won't end well. Deliro, yeah. This won't end well for you. Last time I got instantly banned for being transphobic when I told everyone to respect each other a little bit more while discussing topics about controversies. Being trans is not controversial. Highly debatable. Debatable.
I would say it is controversial because it's constantly being controversial.
It wouldn't be controversial if people just left other people alone.
Yeah, but they don't. History of transphobic comments. What does they mean with history of transphobic comments? Like they posted before about transphobic
This things? Probably is like a equivalent of, you know, that the user was previously banned, so they're banned again, and fuck you, basically. This thread has been rebooted as the old one got deleted quickly. Like, they also have these powers to, lock threads and then virtue signal some more about why things were locked up. Here's a warning. I really don't think we need these kinds of threads here to begin with, which probably I would agree with, because this is a drama thread, and you're supposedly a forum about video games, so maybe start talking about video games a bit more instead of creating drama that fires people. PogChamp. I wonder if this is the real PogChamp. Probably not.
So what is the thread whining then?
Thread whining is basically probably whining. Well, not whining, more like complaining or making argued reasons about thread moderation. That's what it is.
Or why the thread exists. Because that seems to be the thing here.
Yeah.
Like, why does this thread exist? Oh, it's apparently against the law of ResetERA. Calm down.
Oh, so he's another user called Jader7777, also banned. Don't you like e-witch hunts? They inform my video game purchases, which venerates me. Also, are you using a computer or phone? Don't you know that enables conflict minerals and factory suicides? So, even being sarcastic and coy gets you fucking bans, because that's considered trolling. It's not banter. Like, how would you even create like a community with such strict moderation? Like, you can't have different opinions or anything like that.
Yeah, you get perma-banned pretty damn quickly, so they will run out of people eventually. Because they don't really have an attraction going on like this. Anyone new coming in will probably get perma-banned as well.
And some of the most interesting things I saw on online forums about video games were people banting at each other, like throwing ideas at each other, see what sticks. But here it's impossible. Like, here it's a game of fucking tennis with the only player having the racket being the fucking moderator. Just fucking returns all the balls, and the balls just hit the users in the face.
Yeah, it's you wonder why they even want a forum, because it's just wanking. One person has one opinion and that one goes, and you can only agree. If you don't agree, you can fuck off.
Here's a warning by the community manager: do not thread whine. Like, what does this moderator even fucking think? Like, they think there's some kind of, I don't know, paragon for opinions? Like, they should be looked up to? History of sexism, racism, transphobia, bannings, warnings,
Calm down.
threads being locked left and fucking right, Bismarck being angry about it.
Yeah, he seems to hate this.
This one fucking gets me the most. User warned: a person's humanity cannot be boiled down to lifestyle choices or opinions. Then what can it be boiled down to?
What does it even mean? What do you mean with that? It's a bit of a strange reason to warn. Why? It's just like, are you telling the person how to live?
This person is who decides what being human is. Like, there cannot be discussion about it. Lifestyle choices or opinions? No, that doesn't make you a person. That makes you something else, apparently.
Makes you oh, a bird.
Here's a cool ban. User ban 2 days. There's nothing humorous about person's gender identity. Again, highly debatable. Humor can be applied to virtually anything. Depends how it's done. Can be tasteful, can be distasteful, but it's still humor. Still humor. Debatable humor, but still can be made funny. Some person can think things that you care about are funny. And here's more thread locking, thread unlocking, derailment, bad faith posting. But saying sorry, but I don't have a game for you to boycott is bad faith posting. All right. Next image, a huge one. But banned for trolling, banned for 1 week, dismissing bigotry as people being upset over what someone said on the internet. Sure. These things are all what people say on the internet. Nigga, please. Oh shit. An administrator actually posted. Let's see what he said here. I didn't ban you, but only because someone beat me to it. Some of you need to realize that there are issues, such as the ones raised in this thread, that people want to discuss. If you don't like it, then you have to click the link and read the thread, and you certainly don't have to participate. I don't think that's how you create communities. I think, you know, giving feedback about what threads belong and don't belong kind of, you know, creates a community in itself, like what people want. Opinions, tastes, dislikes, likes, all that good and bad stuff. What we did do was ask the posts such as OP be posted in their own threads and only general threads of the game in question. That way, people who want to only talk about the game are free to do so in any of several other threads on this game. Or you can create your own thread. Any post similar to this will be treated in the same way. More bans.
Oh, come on, Bismarck.
So here's a guy trying to start the discussion about what the administrator said about
ignoring a mob post and continue to engage in unacceptable behavior as outlined in said mob post.
Are you questioning God? That is basically what it sounds like to me.
Well, it is Play-Doh.
That's fucking ironic. Fucking Play-Doh got fucking bad from ResetERA. Not sure if I should hash this out privately with the mods or post it here, but I'm sure I'm the only one not the only one thinking this. So why not? I'll take the hit. Look, I'm completely supportive of the forum policy of asking people not to participate in a thread if they don't think it's worth their space or their attention. So people who want to participate can hold their discussion and vent about the bugbear on the day of the day unimpeded. But if it's going to be the policy, could we, as members, at least have the tools to hide, ignore individual threads? So you see, he's making reasoned arguments at the fucking administrator and moderator team, and he's fucking getting banned for it.
But you can't have reason in this forum. Reasoning is something the enemy does.
He continues to make well-reasoned arguments, completely reasonable by, you know, human standards, but nope, this is inhuman behavior for ResetERA.
Well, that's the thing. I've noticed with ResetERA and NeoGAF, all these moderators, they really go out of that. Everyone is posting out of malice. Everyone thinks they're just the most terrible people, that everyone is just saying things out of malice. And it's not even malice or stupidity, it's reasoning.
And here's a guy, actually, was he agreeing which post was he agreeing with? I need to check this. Oh,
No.
right.
Yeah. Debating in good faith.
Basically, agreeing with someone's opinion that the moderators find quote unquote problematic. That this is even a problem. Like you can't agree with someone having a different opinion than the moderator opinion.
That's kind of funny because today there was a person on Twitter, I can't know who it was, said that he had to unfollow someone because that person was retweeted by Shoe on Head. It's like, what? Is that enough reason? And in response to that, Shoe on Head retweeted that person.
That's a nice slap in the face, but again, some people are weird. Some people cannot fucking disconnect. You know what some people create from their opinions. They can't just fucking enjoy stuff.
So you're not only not allowed to reason with the opinion of someone you don't like, that person must not even like you. You're supposed to be the worst enemies with everyone that moderator hates.
Looking for more.
It's kind of childish. This is really fucking.
All of the moderator reasonings and warnings are like a child lashing out at people. That's what it looks like to me. No, you can't say this. Bah. Shit like that. I don't think ResetERA should allow these type of threads. And the fucking banned message is longer than the fucking post itself.
Yeah, but there's also like more than half of the posts in the threads are with warnings and bans.
What a pathetic ban! And again, the moderated message much longer than the whole fucking post. And you know, hear people questioning moderator decisions. Why was this guy banned? How is he defending racism and transphobia and doubling down on it? What the F? Free speech isn't a thing on the era, I guess. Wow! Now you fucking realize this? Like, have you been a part of NeoGaf forums before? Defending racism by generalizing country as racist. Who? Actually, it comes from people in Poland not wanting to accept Muslim immigrants because they do not want a multicultural society. They want to keep it largely as it is. They fear the creation of ghettos like in France where riots erupt, terrorism like in countries with a large Muslim population, UK, France, Spain. They have seen some aspect of what Muslim immigration brings across Europe and they want none of it. These are the things the left should try to address and discuss. Not just call people out without solutions. Of course, the irony that they would get along with radical Muslims in many aspects as the Katoliban is already in charge of Poland, banning abortion, making sure God's word is heeded. Actually, he's not fucking wrong about a lot of these things. You know, me being a Polish person, me seeing all of this stuff happen to my country live. Like I'm not gonna be speaking about the whole Polish population because of course that's impossible. Everyone has differing opinions, but you know the general. I wouldn't even say consensus, but a general public opinion is that people don't want immigration. Like they wouldn't be able to house any of these people. We don't have the budget for it. We don't have like social benefits as most EU countries do. We wouldn't be able to do anything positive with these people. We wouldn't be able to house them. We wouldn't be able to, provide education for their children.
It wouldn't do them any favors, no.
Nope. And these people, like, people emigrating, like from these as they say, the Muslim countries, these countries torn apart by war. They know where to go. They know which countries have social benefits for them. They know which countries would be happy to have them, and they avoid Poland like the fucking plague. You might try to force immigrants on my country, but just don't work because the immigrants don't want to be here. It's cold and it sucks.
Yeah, the people hate you. It's a shitty weather. You have no benefits. You're not welcome. So they will go away.
Indeed.
Just like they left Finland for the most part as well, because they found out, hey, Finland fucking sucks.
Racism is a part of Polish and Eastern European culture. Yeah, sure, it fucking is. Like, speak to like any person that has visited Poland, like on vacation, anything like that. You'd get opinions like this is the most welcoming I have ever felt, and shit like that. We're all warm and cuddly here. Like if there's a dude like wanting to clobber you with a baseball bat, he probably just thinks you're from a different fucking football club. Like, don't take it personally. It's not about your skin color. It's just about the wrong sports club. So yeah, don't be scared. Just come here on vacation. It's minus 15 degrees Celsius here, so it's nice. Basically bath suit fucking weather right now. Let's see some more hot takes on Poland. This kind of derailed from the Subnautica thing, but it's funny and kind of related regardless. Having worked with Polish people, tell Eastern Europeans in general, now for the best part of 8 years, this isn't surprising to see. Not to say they all hold these views, but they are very common. It's more like this person encountered, these Polish people, and they had opinions, different opinions. Probably not even racist ones. They, just different opinions from yours.
And then that ban is pretty funny, actually. Do not make generalizations about groups of people this way, even though they constantly do that.
Yeah, like, don't make generalizations for us. Let us make generalizations for you. Like, you don't need to. You don't need to have free thought. This is not what you're here. Let's see. This is some gay user that was banned because of doubling down on transphobic comments. First of all, I'm part of the LGBT community, being gay myself. This doesn't mean I can find ridiculous. Many aspects of it I don't share. Not this kind of discussion can be had on this forum anyway.
Well, apparently not, because he got banned.
Yep, and that's it. Like, good 1 week. So he might return. Will he want to return? Who the fuck knows? I wouldn't want to return. And I do have a ResetERA account for some reason.
Yeah, you wanted to do something with it. Can't remember what you wanted to do with it. But...
Yeah, they probably get banned. Like, that's the only thing you can do with the ResetERA account these days. Let's see, what other hot takes do we have here? Fred whining, quoting an old post with a warning on it to agree with it, derailing. Okay, so just typing agreed gets you banned.
Jesus Christ. Even if you agree.
I wouldn't want to give this moderator team like weapons, because they would be probably fucking killing people left and right if they had the chance to, just for having wrong opinions. They're so adamant about weeding out wrong thing. I can't fucking believe it. Okay, last thing.
Oh.
So this is after the sound developer got let go. So
but this is the other thread, I think.
Bybitch.gif. If he actually got fired, that's awesome. Wow, these people are very nice individuals, all of them.
Oh, did they also rejoice when the Grid Girls got fired?
Oh, that's a whole nother issue. Holy shit! I don't want to get into that.
No.
Any of you, just look up the Grid Girls issue. It's as ridiculous as this shit. Probably even more ridiculous because more people got fired. People that made choices that they wanted to make.
Women that make choices.
Yes. Go look it up. It's fucking stupid. Let's see what these very nice individuals are talking about.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bismarck. Don't scare me.
Unbelievable, this thread is an embarrassment. Sometimes I feel ashamed to be part of this community, as you should be. Seems like the witch hunt is finished. User banned 3 days. Thread derailment and false accusations of witch hunts. What the fuck is this then?
It was a witch hunt.
Like, you have all these fucking people, like, saying, bye, bitch, like, it's good that he got fired. What is this but not a witch hunt? Like, the only thing you're lacking is probably fucking pitchforks and flares or whatever. Pitchforks, torches, grenades, heavy armaments. Witches aren't real. A terrible person... a terrible person being fired for their unprofessional conduct is not... How is it unprofessional? Did he do any of that in an aspect that was related to his job? None of that shit has any relation to his job. Did he say, he didn't make a comment that like he's the developer studio he fucking works for? Like, I hope they don't hire fucking blackies. I don't.
He didn't do any of the sort. Maybe he put some subliminal KKK messages in there or something in the sound. Like if you play it backwards, you never know. It's weird.
At least these are these users that ResetERA wants to have. I apologize for having a low tolerance of blatant assholes. You're ashamed that the racist transphobic man got fired for being racist transphobic man. Yeah, racist against people from third world countries, because third world countries don't have people of different skin colors and shit like that, so it's racist. And transphobic because attack helicopter. Sure, dude. This last thing, it really fucking disappoints me. I'm losing hope.
I wonder for how long ResetERA is actually be able to be viable, because there's no value in any of this. The whole existence of ResetERA or NewGAF, there's no value. And the developers of most games are probably slowly but surely not giving a fuck about NewGAF anymore.
And here's a ResetERA user calling another person fucking snowflake. Yeah, sure.
Wait, he wasn't banned for using Snowflake.
And they all say, they all say this wasn't a witch hunt, and the thread fucking ends with the community manager moderator saying, as the individual in question is no longer working on the game, this thread appears to have run its course. Witch hunt over, witch has been fucking drowned, witch has been fucking hanged, the witch has been thrown off the cliff. Bing bang bada boom, the witch is fucking dead, everyone is happy.
Bing bang, the witch is dead.
Yeah. Fuck ResetERA. I hope I get banned for this. I hope you find my secret account and ban me. ResetERA, please do so. Please find me. 2 people are gonna watch this video, but one of them is gonna be a ResetERA moderator. He's gonna ban me.
Right, because you're putting ResetERA in the title. So you can easily find it.
Part of it, at least it's gonna be tagged like this. Yeah. See you guys later.
I thought you wanted to talk more about games.
We talked a bit about games. Next time we're gonna be talking about something else.
Well, this was more the games industry.
Yeah, more of that sort of issue. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't behave like this. You probably shouldn't go to ResetERA. Peace out. Goodbye. Have a good night.
Goodbye.